All right, ladies and gentlemen. As we move forward today, we're going to think about some of the different things you kind of already showed me that you are aware of with informational text. You had already shared that it gives information, that it's typically facts only, and that it needs to be proven true. And you need to be on the lookout to make sure that those things are accurate. And the other class also talked about how sometimes there are authors' opinions that are part of that. So we're going to be on the lookout for that later on as well. You also had a very powerful insight that informational text can change the way we think and or what we do. I remember Kennedy shared that if she were to read something about the weather, that it would make her, maybe they had plans to do something outside, and she found out it was going to be a big storm, that they would end up changing what they do. So that information, then there are all kinds of informational texts, and it can potentially change things we do in a much bigger way. But that was a very powerful example that really opened up my thinking, and I know it did yours too as we talked about that. And then you got into some of the text features. And we talked about our whole nonfiction text is made up with all these different parts. And some that you knew right off the bat were subheadings, title, subtitle, headings, pronunciations, captions, pictures, diagrams, and potentially some thinking maps that you recognize. And we even got into a little bit of discussion about text structures and how the text might compare and contrast. It might show cause and effect, things of that nature. Today, we're going to take what you've done so far and generating your ideas for your nonfiction, your informational piece of writing. And we're going to turn that into, in your draft packet, a table of contents. But I want to do some investigating before we jump into that, because we really want to understand why it's important to do it. And if we take a look, it's something I did. There were your I can statements of the things that you already have in your composition book that we reviewed. You're choosing your topics you already know well, planning categories of information for your topic, your idea and details chart to organize your information, your important vocabulary words. I know some of you only have a couple words. Some of you didn't even have any yet, and that's okay because you just got that started. And now we're moving on to I can create a table of contents to organize my informational book. But now you have a draft packet, so you're not going to write your objective on your booklet, okay? But I want you to take a look at this. Okay, we just take a moment to look it over.
Can we read it?
Sure.